Welcome, everyone, to Cannabis News with Joe Klare. It's March 23rd, 2018. As you see there by the graphic, it is episode 100. That's right, episode 100. We've done 100 of these shows. Before we get to the stories and everything else, I just want to take a moment to thank everyone who watches this show. Those of you who listen, you comment, you share, you like, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or marijuanatimes.org or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen, however you help us spread the word about cannabis. I thank you. You're the reason we've been able to do 100 shows. Hopefully we'll do 100 more. Hopefully we'll do 1,000 more. Hopefully we'll do 10,000 more. Maybe 100,000. I don't know. I don't know how many years that is. Absolutely no concept of how many years it would take to get to 100,000. I'm not that good at math, but if it's possible, I'd like to do it. And I like doing this show. I like spreading information, news, all of that stuff. Thank you for helping us get to 100 episodes. And like I said, here's to 100,000 more. That's my goal. I just made that up on the fly. It wasn't my goal 10 seconds ago, but now it is. Now I got to do 100,000 episodes. I don't know why. I'll get there someday. Today, talk more about, the other night we told you about, or the other day, a couple shows ago, told you about Cook County, Illinois, and a non-binding referendum they passed, showed their approval, voters in Cook County, Illinois, for marijuana legalization. Talk more about that coming up. Also, a story of a woman allegedly had her 1-year-old child hit a blunt. Now, as of right now, I still don't have the words. I've been working on the words since I read this story a few days ago. And hopefully by the time the story comes up, I will have the words to describe that, to do that story. Just also coming up, earlier today I did a interview with Alysia from YummiKarma.com. Go check them out. Yummi Karma with Yummy with an I, Karma with a K. They have tinctures and chips and popcorn, marijuana-infused edible products, and a bunch of dispensaries. I talked to her about all that stuff. You heard that interview coming up here on Cannabis News. Of course, if you like the hat, Make Cannabis Great Again, MakeCannabisGreatAgain.com. Of course, Marijuana Time Show, or the Cannabis News, rather. I'll get it. I'll get it. Slight changes. We grow. We adjust. We adapt. Cannabis News with Joe Klare, presented by the Marijuana Times, brought to you by NatureSideCannabis.com. Side is spelled CIDE. Check out their organic, all-natural pesticides. Use all-natural organic chemicals. Don't use harmful chemicals on your grow. Grow safe and poison-free with NatureSide Cannabis. They can also help you become regulatory compliant in your state. Go check them out. NatureSideCannabis.com. Proud sponsor of Cannabis News with Joe Klare. Now, as I said, the other day, we talked about this story. Cook County votes in favor of legalization. Will Illinois lawmakers listen? Julia Granowitz covered this over at marijuanatimes.org. And basically, the voters in Cook County, Illinois, they passed a non-binding referendum supporting recreational marijuana legalization. Now, according to the Chicago Tribune, 68% of voters on Tuesday's referendum cast ballots in favor of the cultivation, manufacture, distribution, testing, and sale of marijuana and marijuana products for recreational use by adults 21 years or older. State Representative Kelly Cassidy, who is supporting the bill to legalize pot, said the vote confirms what we already know, that there is broad public support for legalization. But, according to the Chicago Tribune, naysayers say the ballot question is unfair. So we continue to scroll down here as this computer gives me trouble. Contrary to what some people thought, Cassidy pointed out the referendum was an advisory only, meaning it does not change state or federal law. That's what I mean when I say it was non-binding. Opponents of legalization, though, say that asking voters whether or not they support legalization is a misleading way to frame the question. When voters are given other choices, support for legalization drops dramatically, according to detractors. Smart Approaches to Marijuana in November. They are a nonprofit group that opposes legalization. They commissioned a telephone survey of 625 voters statewide. Participants were told that Illinois already had decriminalized possession of small amounts of cannabis and already has medical marijuana. Then they were asked if they want to keep the current system, repeal medical marijuana, legalize marijuana, or make it all illegal. When it's broken down in that fashion, only 23% of respondents said they wanted to legalize cannabis. Almost half, 47%, said they want to keep things the way they are. I got several problems. I have several problems with all of this. First of all, they're told that the participants were told that Illinois already has decriminalized possession of small amounts of cannabis and already has medical marijuana. What does that mean? What exactly does that mean? They already have medical marijuana. Medical marijuana is just not one thing. California has medical marijuana, but so does Texas. Now, is the access in California the same as it is in Texas? Of course not. The access to medical marijuana in California is about as broad as it can get, while in Texas, it's CBD only for very few people, mostly epileptic children. So there's a difference. Just saying, well, we already got medical marijuana, so do you want to legalize recreational marijuana? I would imagine first of all, the numbers are going to drop because instead of having 2 choices, now there's 4 choices. That's going to fracture things. And wording it this way, of course, is going to bring the number of people who favor recreational legalization down. But it doesn't matter because that's not how ballot questions work. If they go to the ballot, voters in Illinois go to the ballot in November to vote on legalization, they're going to have 4 choices. They're going to have 2. Do you vote for this or do you not? That's it. So this is pointless anyway. Which brings me to my last point about this story is that polls are great, and I understand how important they are when it comes to, because people have to go to the ballot box and all that, but polls shouldn't matter. People who use marijuana, whether they possess it, sell it, or grow it, are not infringing on the rights of anyone else, so they are not criminals. That is the point. It doesn't matter if 60% of people agree with that, 80%, 42%, 12%, 98%, you get the point. Now, again, I understand it matters because these things are up for vote. People who, the criminality of people who don't infringe on the rights of anyone else, whether or not they're criminals is up for a vote. That's crazy to me, but it is the way it is. But again, wording it this way is disingenuous. Saying that the numbers drop when instead of now having 2 choices, they have 4, that's disingenuous. And that's not the way the ballot question is going to be worded anyway. They're not going to have 4 choices. It's not going to say on the ballot, hey, we already decriminalized cannabis and we already got medical marijuana. So what do you want now, guy? Calm down already. Now, do you want to legalize recreational marijuana? That's not going to get 50%. It's not going to get 50% if there's 4 choices. Nothing will. In all likelihood. Obviously, there's a possibility mathematically, but it's not good. So anyway, a long way to go in Illinois is the point. This next story is from ABC News. Woman arrested after seen in Facebook video giving marijuana to a 1-year-old. A 1-year-old. Now, we do have a video of this story. North Carolina mother was arrested on Wednesday after allegedly forcing her 1-year-old child to inhale marijuana as seen on a Facebook video that went viral. Brianna Ashanti Lofton, 20, was charged with 2 counts of felony child abuse, contributing to delinquency and possession of marijuana.
A North Carolina mother is in trouble with the law after authorities say she posted video of her giving marijuana to her 1-year-old child. In the video, you hear the child coo, then an adult moves what looks like a cigarette near the child's mouth. A small cloud of smoke wraps around the child's head. This short video, posted on social media, sent many people on the internet into an uproar. A police investigation led to the arrest of the child's mother, 20-year-old Brianna Lofton of Raleigh. According to warrants, it was marijuana she was giving her 1-year-old child. Lofton is charged with 2 counts each of felony child abuse, contributing to the delinquency of a juvenile and possession of marijuana.
So, as I said, words for this story are hard to come by. Here's the basic sense I get. There's some people in this world that are so... they're so unaware This is my theory. They have a level of unawareness that is so overwhelming that things like this seem normal to them. It seems normal to them to have your 1-year-old child hit the blunt. People like you and me, most likely, I can't speak for you, I can speak for myself, something like that would never occur to me. Not in a million years would I think, hey, you know what? You know what my 1-year-old needs? Some weed. Some weed. That's level unawareness number 1 for this woman. Somewhere in the recesses of her brain, 2 things click together that shouldn't have clicked together. 1-year-old and a blunt. One should be in the mouth of the other. Makes no sense. What possible reason for that would there be? Because it's funny? Because it's funny? I have no idea. But that's not the end. There's another higher level of unawareness that says to her, hey, I'm doing this thing. I'm giving a blunt to my 1-year-old. Now I'm going to video it and put it on Facebook. Even if somehow you can convince yourself that it is not effing crazy to give your 1-year-old the hit of a blunt or anything other than like little baby food. That's like the first level of unawareness. Like, oh no, baby food, nah, we're up here now. And then you're going to force it to hit the blunt, and then you're going to film it, and then you're going to put it on Facebook for everybody to see. Even if somehow you convince yourself that it's okay to do this, how can you convince yourself that when other people see it, they're going to say, yeah, that's cool. That's okay to do. How do you make that leap? I'm going to put this on Facebook, and people are going to see it, and they're going to be cool with it. I'm not going to get in any trouble. I'm giving a 1-year-old a blunt. That's fine. I've made peace with that in my head. Now everyone else is going to be cool with it. There's so many levels of unawareness. It's mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Endangering a child? Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this woman has bad judgment. I mean, I don't know what other way to put it. She displayed an incredible, excruciating level of poor judgment and unawareness straight up the ladder. She got all the way to the top of the ladder of unawareness. Completely effing oblivious to the world as it is. I guess there's some people like that. I mean, I don't know. Well, there are, obviously. You read stories about it all the time. People just doing absolutely insane things. Does that mean they're insane? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. There's definitely a disconnect with reality. There's a disconnect with the world. Something is severed. 2 things that should have connected, not a baby and a blunt, but 2 other things in their brain that should have connected that says, no. Even if I think this is okay, the world is going to freak out. People are going to freak out. The cops are going to be at my door. My kid's going to be taken. Maybe she wanted her kids taken. I don't know this woman. That's the only other explanation I can think of. She wanted her kid to be taken from her. And she wanted to spend some time in jail. I don't know. Why? I don't know. Again, you can't sit here and try to relate to someone like that who makes all those decisions. It would never occur to me. Never, ever occur to me. If I had a 1-year-old kid, like, you know what that kid needs? A blunt. Wait, let's open up a Pabst Blue Ribbon, too. See how much of the can the kid can chug. The 1-year-old. Holy Christ. Anyway, again, I want to thank everybody. I know I had some extended rants on today's show, but it was special. It was show number 100. Plus, some things are just, well, I've said everything I can. I've got all the words out. I've poured all the words out that I can think of. Thanks, everybody, for 100 episodes. Here's to 100,000 more. I'm after the show, I'm going to go calculate how long that is. It may be 80 years. I don't know. Maybe impossible, but I don't care. My quest for 100,000 shows begins. I need 99,900 or 900 more shows. 99,900 more shows. I think I can do it. Thanks everybody who shares this show, spreads the word, all that stuff. Check us out on Marijuana Times. Thank you to naturesideCannabis.com for their sponsorship. Organic, all natural pesticides, naturesideCannabis.com. Again, check out all 100 episodes of this show on marijuanatimes.org. All the great writers covering the cannabis community and industry. Check us out on Apple Podcasts as well. Search the Marijuana Times on there. This has been Cannabis News with Joe Klare for March 23rd, 2018, presented by the Marijuana Times. Now we leave you with my interview with Alysia, the communications director for Yummi Karma, YummiKarma.com. We talked about the company, their products, all of that. Great stuff. Thanks, everybody. Here's to 100,000 episodes. We'll see you next time. And on Skype, we have Alysia from Yummi Karma, YummiKarma.com. Welcome to the show, Alysia.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
No problem. Before we get into the products and stuff and what Yummi Karma does, can you tell us a little bit about how the company got started?
Yeah, of course. So the co-owners, Crystal and Chelsea Kitahara, are a sister duo, and we actually all started together about almost 5 years ago. It's been about 4.5 years, and we kind of started with our savory snacks, and that's kind of how we made a name for ourselves, and then we've branched out from there.
What made you all decide to get into the cannabis industry?
So our owner, Crystal, was already growing. She was a big cannabis proponent and really believed in the plant. And then there was just the business aspect of it. She's an entrepreneur, and we kind of wanted to create something that we knew there was a lot of potential in. We had gone to a lot of dispensaries in our area, and there wasn't things spoke to us in terms of targeting women like us. And so we really felt like that was a market that we could take on and tackle, and that's what we've done.
Awesome. So can you tell us something about the products that Yummi Karma has?
Yeah, of course. So I have some products with me today.
Right.
Again, we started with our savory snacks. So we're probably best known for our potato chips, which are a big hit. This is sriracha today, my personal favorite. And our popcorn also, which we've recently expanded to have more flavors. This is mac and cheese, also my personal favorite. I like to take the ones that I can eat after the interviews. So these are my favorites, but we have a full tincture line. So we were the first company in California to really release a complete line of tinctures. We actually have 8 tinctures now, varying levels of THC and CBD. And we just recently found out that our Drift Away is the most popular sleep tincture in the state. So this is helping so many people fall asleep, and we're really proud of that. Each of our products that we make, we're all designed with like one person in mind. So for example, we made the Drift Away because Crystal and Chelsea's mother was on a lot of prescription medication to try to fall asleep, to try to quiet her mind. And so we always laugh because we say none of our products are tested on animals, but they've all been really tested on humans. So for years, actually, we definitely do about 1 year or 2 years of research before we release anything.
Okay, so where can people find Yummi Karma products?
Our products are in hundreds of dispensaries all over California. We're really excited about the new recreational audience. We also have a line called High Gorgeous, which is the first mainstream infused beauty line. And that one's gotten a lot of attention. I have some of the products here, which I'm really excited about. The Pina Cocana is probably the most popular product. And then we released a complete line of CBD products that people are really excited about because you can order those online. So all of our friends all over the country and internationally are able to try the products that they keep hearing about. And then hopefully when they get to come to California, they can try the full line.
Okay, so any future plans, anything you can tell us about the future for Yummi Karma?
Yeah, so we're really excited. We're going through our licensing process right now. We've already been approved by the city of Costa Mesa. We're building out a beautiful building in Costa Mesa. And we're just really excited about where cannabis is in California right now. People are excited about it. We're helping so many people, and we're able to talk about it now, which I think is the coolest thing. You know, like people like you and your show are getting out to so many people. And at the end of the day, we want to help people. I mean, this is an amazing business and we're all in it together. We really formed this sense of community that I think is amazing. But at the end of the day, again, we're here to help people. And now that we can talk about it, we can help a lot more people.
Absolutely. It's really an incredible time. Alysia, I want to thank you for coming on the show and taking the time to talk with us about Yummi Karma and yummikarma.com.
Of course. Hit us up, and we always are developing new products. So if you ever want to do any reviews, anyone out there, let us know. We love sending products and talking to people and seeing what people think.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you, Alysia. All right.
Thank
have a good day.
You too.